Yes, you're mean. Whoa! Okay, you're mean. That's okay. You're not too scary. Because I have 2 swords. Oh, it made the sound of like a tree falling down like that. Yeah, I'm on your face. This has been a long talk, which is good. Look at this. We got some stuff there. Sulfur. I think that's sulfur. Anything delicious down in here? Iron, copper, trees just cruising around like, hey, what's wrong? You never seen a tree walking around the quarry? The quarry? I thought this might be kind of a cool area here. Let's see, let's look at the map. So, long story long, long story long is that I wouldn't change what I personally am doing right now for the world, okay? I love what I do for a living. What I do for a living is my day job. It's what I've been doing for a long time. I can tell you that I'm very good at what I do. Okay, I've worked to get there. I'm not just like, oh, I'm Mr. Smart Guy. No, I've worked my butt off to learn and to work and to learn and to work to become, you know, respected in that community. Highly respected, very well known. It's like you know how if there's YouTubers that if you say their name, everybody knows them, right? Everybody knows like Sea Nanners. Everybody knows like Syndicate. Everybody knows, you know, whoever. That's kind of how I am in the real world when it comes to my industry. But I've worked. Those guys worked their butt offs to get where they were. I worked my butt off and found success in the career workforce, and it's very satisfying. That's a very satisfying thing. There's a village over here. Right here. We're going to go to that. That's a very... Wait, I gotta make sure I'm aimed at it. It's along this coastline. It's very satisfying to, like, when you go somewhere and, you like, the people you normally work with are there and they're like, hey, I'd like to introduce you to, you know, Joe here. And Joe's like, so you're Meat Wagon. Obviously, they don't say Meat Wagon. So you're Chris. I've heard of you. Well, I've heard you've done a lot of good stuff for our company and stuff. You know, and you're like, right on, man. That's cool. You know, this some person that I've never met that's high ranking in this company I do work for tells you that they've... Oh! Get on, son. I didn't even hit you. Get out of here. They tell you, well, I've heard of you. You know, you've done good things. They've got good things to say. That's satisfying and rewarding. That's what I get from my day job. Okay? And it would be hard to walk away from that. Really enjoy that. But I also have found success and the same type of... Where is that? It's over there. I found success in stuff here on YouTube as well, you know, with you guys. And it's very rewarding as well. Now, man, I'd love to... I wish you could just... I guess the spoken word doesn't get taken out of context as much as the written word. Like if you're tweeting or texting somebody can take it out of context. But, you know, I didn't have a problem with having friends or doing things, you know, growing up with like school and stuff like that. You know, I was lucky when it came to that. I never like, how do you say that? I never like outcasted anybody. Look, I played football. I was an athlete in school. Here it is. Oh, hello. Are you you're the welcoming committee upon the top? Hello, this is my village. I am Giant Lizard Man. I was an athlete in school. I played football. Was in track. I ran and I threw discus. I loved that back in the day. So I was an athlete. I had no problems, you know, making friends, but I was friends with everyone. You know, in high school or in school in general, people get classified, or people in general will classify groups of people, right? They do it everywhere, right? Whether you're an athlete. Okay, let's use the semi-derogatory or the slang for this. You're a jock, right? You're a nerd. you're a rocker or a heavy metaler or a hipster now. Maybe that's a thing. The skinny jean wearing rockers, punk rocker, whatever. Everyone got labeled in a group. And there was a lot of people. If you weren't in their group, then you were a piece of trash. You were whatever. Even if you were a nerd and the jocks over there, you're like, screw those guys, right? And then the jocks over like, let's go beat up the nerds. It's like, wow, that's really brave. But you know what I mean? Groups, a lot of groups. And then there was bullies, right? We all know how I feel about bullies. Bullies are the biggest cowards in the world. Biggest cowards in the world. Bullies bully people because they're wimps. They're afraid to face the world. They're dealing with so many demons in their own stupid head that they have to pick on other people to try and bring other people down to their level. That's what a bully is, you guys. Bullies are cowards. That's all I got to say about that. That'll be another conversation at another time. But bullying is a bad epidemic. It wasn't that bad. Well, I don't know. I don't know how bad it was because I wasn't witness to it when I was younger. But I see now in the news, on Twitter, there's groups, there's movies, there's specials, there's documentaries, there's charities, there's movements to stop bullying because it's become serious. Very, very, very serious. Anyway, I don't know if I got off on a tangent on that, but for me, I was friends with everyone. So you can think of all those groups that I just named, and I was friends with them all because I found interesting things about everyone. Why would I just want to hang out with everyone that only thought football was the coolest thing ever? Like, wow, that's fun for a minute, It's like I learned so much from other people. I learned about music from the people who really liked music. I learned from the nerds who maybe liked computers and video games. Because at the time, computers and video games was not popular when I was in school. It was not popular. It wasn't. You know what was popular? Going to parties on Fridays and Saturday nights, getting underage drinking, getting drunk, hoping you don't get arrested or busted by your parents. That's what was considered cool. Okay? I'm serious. We were crazy stupid. I'm lucky. I'm lucky that all this stuff, when I say illegal stuff, I did it. We had people buy beer for us. We had older siblings buy beer, and we'd cruise around on Friday and Saturday nights going to parties. We got fake IDs when we were like 18, saying we were 21 so we could go to the bars and do it. We did it. And then you know what's funny? It's not funny, but it's funny. Look, it's life, okay? Look, here's the thing. If I tell you guys that I did things that were questionable, illegal, or whatever, I'm not recommending it. What I'm doing is I'm telling you that I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's life. I'm telling you my life experiences. I'm telling you that I am lucky that I did not get hurt, killed, arrested, just for being stupid. But we're all stupid. We all do stupid things. At the time, it wasn't stupid. It was fun, man. It was so much fun. I'm telling you, listen, I got a fake ID when I was 18. Because I found an ID. It was so bad. It was so bad. It said I was like 5'8", 150 pounds. And I was 6'3", 205, 210, 220 out of college. Because I played football. I was a big guy. And it's like, yeah. And I'd go in and get in. And you go to the same, like, your local bars. Right? And then you finally turn 21 and you use your real ID and they're like, wait a minute. You've been coming here for years. And now I'm like, what are you going to do about it now? There's nothing they could do at that point because you're using your real ID. But that happened at a few places. Anyway, I'm not condoning that. But then again, I'm not going to judge you. You guys have got to stumble and fall on your own. You've got to succeed or fail on your own. I'm a firm believer that to be successful, you're going to have to fail a lot. You're going to have to fail a lot before you become really successful with something, okay? And If someone coddles you, if someone is like babying you, if somebody is doing that like nonstop, if they're like, you can't do this, you can't do that, don't eat a candy bar, don't eat so much sugar, don't eat this, don't you go out with your friends, no, you can't stay there at night, you can't have a beer, all this stuff. Those are the people that I find usually get into the deepest trouble, because like when they get that one opening, when they get that one chance to do it, they're like, I'm going all in. They go all in. Where the other people that may have dabbled in some stupidity along the way are like, well, I've been there, done that. No big deal. Let's move on. But the other people, they're like, they've been coddled their whole life. You got to let that rope out a little bit at a time. You got to let your kids, your friends, whatever, fail, make mistakes. As long as they learn from their failures and their mistakes, they will become successful and they will become happy. And, with success, that type of success is happiness. And even the failures can be fun as long as no one gets hurt, no one gets arrested or things like that, Anyway, I branch off on all kinds of tangents. This is still in relation to the me talking about just like what I do, like my schedule, what I do and all that stuff. I don't know how far I went, if I even explained myself correctly. Does it really matter? You guys got some information. You kind of, some of you new people get a little bit of an eye into Meaty, This is me. This is Meaty. And this is why I would imagine some people like me. And this is why maybe I imagine some people don't. Not everybody likes everyone. You can't please everybody. As long as you don't like hurt anybody. That's key. That goes into the whole bullying thing. Don't let what you do affect other people negatively. I'm not saying let's all hold hands around a campfire and sing Kumbaya. You know what I'm saying? Saying in general, try and conduct yourself accordingly the way that you would want to be, treat others the way you'd want to be treated. It's so true. It's so true. It doesn't mean you have to be a wimp. It doesn't mean that you have to be a pushover. It doesn't mean that you have to be Billy Badass, right? It doesn't mean that. It just means use your head. Use your head. I wish I had to learn a lot of things the hard way. I grew up very poor, very, very poor. I moved around a lot as a kid. This would be a whole nother, maybe I'll hold this back for another Meatycraft, but I'll just tell you this. Grew up poor, moved around a lot, parents divorced, parents both died. I've dealt with a lot of this stuff. This is stuff that I've dealt with. I didn't let it hold me back. I didn't let it mold. I didn't let it artificially mold who I am. Not only today, but at that time, let's say coming out of high school or in high school or in grade school, I didn't let those things mold who I was. Yeah, I was the poor kid. I was the kid who wore the same tennis shoes year after year. I was the kid who wore the same jeans 3, 4, 5 days in a row because that's all I had. I was that kid. I was a big kid, so no one really made fun of me, right? They may have made fun of me, not to my face, but you know how most people are. They'll do it behind your back. But I was that kid. So what did I do? I could have taken multiple paths, okay? A lot of people in this world are set up with those same options that I had. Doesn't make me better or worse than anybody. It's what path you choose with the options that are in front of you. Do you choose to turn left and say, the world hates me, I'm no good, my parents hate me, I have no friends, I'm going to do drugs. I'm going to hide in drugs. Or do you take the straight path or the right path, another path and say, you know what? I'm not going to let that mold who I am. I need to go. I need a direction. Those guys are bad. I'm too used to the mobs being friendly. I need a direction. Let me see here real quick. We're going to go this way. I'm going to, not let that stuff affect me. I'm going to learn from that and I'm going to be a different person. I want to try and be successful on my own. I don't need other people to help me become the person that I want to be. I don't need that. So you mold yourself in that way. You see what I'm saying? I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. I'm just kidding. That just came to mind. I decided I'm going to be my own person. I'm going to be a meathead, right? I'm going to be meaty. This is who I am. Success or failure, good or bad, this is the direction I'm choosing to take, and I'm going to run with it. I'm going to go with it. And I had a lot of failures along the way, and I had a lot of hard work, and I had a lot of successes. So, I mean, you know, what am I saying? What am I saying? What I'm saying is, you choose your destiny. I don't care if you come from money or you come from a poorhouse. All right? You choose your destiny. Me talking about what I do, still to this day, work all day, you know, make videos, produce videos, whatever you want to call it, on 2 different channels. It means I still work for what I do, right? I'm still working. I'm not lazy. I'm working for it. I'm not saying I'm content with where I'm at. It's who I am. I'm going to work for things, right? You're going to work for it. Is there bad people on here? I think there is. We're going to go see what's up. See what they're doing. You know, I need is some blocks. Hello? Hello? Oh, it's not. Oh. It's a spawner. It's not a. Well, I thought it was gonna be one of those guys that just appear. All right, what do we got? Stencil, Ender Lily, shiny bauble in your face, shiny bauble. I think I'm gonna end here. I've been playing for an hour and 18 minutes straight, you guys. So these all rolled in together with each other. But look, this is Meatycraft. You know, again, this will be like me 3 videos after I start the first one saying, this is it. I hope you guys enjoy this, right? These are the kind of conversations I have. Some I may get like a little serious. You know, we're talking about certain things. Other things going to be totally goofy. But it is what it is. These are my real feelings as they're pouring out while we're playing Minecraft. I don't even know what we've done for an hour, but open up some land and stuff. But that I wanted to tell you guys, like, give you guys like an insight into Meat Wagon, like what I do, like what am I doing right now? What do I do during the week? When I'm responding on Twitter, I tell you, I never use Twitter on my computer. I'm always on my phone. So, you know, if it's short, if it's whatever, it's because I'm on my phone. So, you know, Twitter during the day, I'm working, I come home, I do my thing. You know, I still have time for, like, Guns took a week off. We have to, you know, play and build up content for that stuff, because it's what we do. You know, you wouldn't just, if you had stuff at work, you wouldn't just take off a week when you had things pending at work. It's part of a job. So it's not like I can't have time when I need time. But I love what I'm doing. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't even say that, oh, I'd rather just be doing this full time, because I love what I do for a living. I like the satisfaction that I get from my day job. I like that people know who I am and that appreciate my work, and they say, thank you for helping us get back up and working. Thank you for fixing our facility. You know, that's like a achievement, right? It's a real thing that you've legitimately got something up and going, and that's hard to replace with like in video games. But on the other end of the spectrum, this stuff is a blast, right? It's so much fun. That's why I say I wouldn't change this. I wouldn't change this. I wouldn't just say I just want to do that full time. I just want to do this full time. It's grinding me down. I got to admit, it's wearing me out a little bit. All right, we're 2.5 years into the whole 2-channel thing, and it's winding me down a little bit. But there's things like Meatycraft, there's things like interacting with you guys that just, you know, energize me. It's like spike in a Red Bull. It's like, bam, wow, you know. humans are human. You know, you get a little down, or you feel a little sorry for yourself, if that makes sense. Like when I say you feel sorry for yourself, like, man, oh man, the grind is real. Like, wait a minute, dude, this is fun. You love your job. You love all your jobs. Quit your moaning and let's do this. And then you get back to reality. So I enjoy it. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying Meatycraft. Like, this is a rare thing, I think, to talk like this over Minecraft. Whether you're young or you're old or you're somewhere in between, we're all humans. Some of these stories you can relate to. Some of these stories you can learn from. I hope that you can learn from some of these things, because I tell you, I have a fair amount of life experiences, successes, and failures. If I could help with a little less failures for you and a little bit more successes for you, that would be awesome. Man, that would be so cool. I'm not sure how. Maybe through some of my stories that I tell you could help out, but that would be awesome. If I could, you know, instead of having 100 failures before your one success, if I could make it 75 failures to your one success, that I'm helping out. And I think that's cool. Anyway, my throat is starting to bother me because I've been bumping my gums straight for 1 hour and 23 minutes and 6 seconds. I really hope you guys are enjoying Meatycraft. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. It's spanned across like 3 or 4 videos. So this is Meatycraft, you guys. Love it or not, this is what it is, man. Thanks for being around, guys. I'll see you next time.